So here's where I'm at. I told you guys after week 3, I do not trust this coaching staff. I had major red flags for me, a lot of issues that I saw in some people. They were like, well, give them a little time. Time's up. Time's up. This is shit. This is garbage. Listen, here's the reality of the situation. We don't have a quarterback. I am completely off. I have burnt my Jack Tuttle membership card. And then after I burnt it, I poured more gasoline on it and burnt it again. That shit is dead. It's done. Shout out to Keith, though. We still love you. The adjustments in the second half. This was your opportunity. I mean, really was your opportunity the whole game because it was out of the bye week. We wanted to see what this coaching staff was capable of. Garbage. Second half adjustments, shit. They didn't do anything they needed to do. Tommy Doman is a liability. This is a problem. And what's frustrating about that is he was the number 1 kicker coming out of the nation out of high school. And he was way better. He was better in high school than he is now, bro. I don't know what's going on with that. That's a bad situation. JB Brown, you can go.
Yeah.
And then all 3 phases of this team are trash, bro. Offense, defense, special teams. Zavada, you're okay, but what are you gonna do about a holder? You can do about it. He'll be in the NFL, but all 3 phases trash, bro. And I know the defense played a little better today, but there was some serious mistakes still. But the truth is, too, if the offense was better today, the defense would not have been as exposed as they were. And to be honest, it wasn't a terrible game by the defense, but at the end of the day, it wasn't enough. And then here's my next points, John. The coaching is poor. Kirk needs to go. Wink needs to go. Sharon Moore has a $5 million buyout, and I think it's something we should start considering and talking about more because $5 million really isn't a lot of money, especially with some of the things going on behind the scenes for Michigan right now, where donors are pretty fucking motivated. And I'm not saying, well, I guess I am kind of saying, it might be time to think about that. It might be time to think about that, John. And then my next point that I think is, relevant to my $5 million buyout, Kurt Cignetti is a hell of a coach. If I were to buy out Sharon Moore, I would be targeting Kurt Cignetti, the head coach of Indiana, because that is a coach. That is the coach who makes his players better and knows how to teach his players fundamentals, which we lack. We can't block. We can't tackle. We don't know what the hell we're doing. We're sloppy. We fumble. We can't catch. And then this is the last thing for me, John.
Okay.
And this is very critical. And I want people to I want people to really realize some reality here. We are now entering the point in the season where you're going to see players like Will Johnson shutting it down. And this locker room could get lost real quick. Like it's kind of where we are. So be on the lookout for that. It's dangerous times for that type of stuff. But I'm going to be real with you. Any player who's going to be drafted highly, likely going to be, sitting back real quick. They're not going to go through this and risk injury.
No. All good points. Folks, if you're expecting us to put a cherry on the shit sundae, it's not happening. Here's the thing. TJ, I think we are seeing a wholesale coaching failure on this team. And it starts at the top.
Right.
It starts with Sharon Moore and his decisions on who he picked as coordinators. Specifically, okay, I will say this. I thought the defense did what they could. Were there mistakes? Yes.
Agreed.
Did Quentin Johnson get cooked at the beginning of the game? Yes. Did Makari Page have a penalty? Yes. There were problems with the defense. But today's epic failure was the offense. Sharon Moore's inability to get a quarterback when everybody and their mother knew that J.J. McCarthy was going probably first in the draft early in that season. I said it the offseason before on our show on Michigan Live. So inability to get a good quarterback or even a serviceable quarterback. And then Kirk Campbell, get out of here. I hope he gets tarmacked. I hope he gets Lane Kiffin. I'm dead serious. Because what was that? So
you want him to get ran over by a plane, John?
Well, hey, it worked out for Lane Kiffin in the end, but look, it took here. What really bothered me, TJ, is that there actually was some O-line gap separation. there actually were some things happening on that front and with the run protection. But here's the problem. It took a quarter and a half to realize that your two best players on offense are Kalel Mullings and Colston Loveland. So you had a quarter and a half where you're putting Donovan Edwards again in the backfield as the primary runner for the entire first drive, which again makes me think he got promised that before the season again. So you've got two players. I said it yesterday when I filled in for Mark Rogers on the main show that you have two players and you got to ride them until it doesn't work. You've got Kalel Mullings who can get you yards, and you've got Colston Loveland, because if Kalel Mullings is working and he's getting you, I don't know, 8 yards, 15 yards, then it opens up the play action. And what did we see, TJ, on the one touchdown that happened? What did they do? Sharon Moore had a play sheet, number one, and you started to see like the approach of 2023 a little bit, right? But why did it take a quarter and a half to get to that point where I think a lot of the fan base sees what's going on? Tuttle is not Aaron Rodgers. Tuttle is a game manager, and not even a very good game manager.
No, he's not. Yeah, no, he's not.
So
he's a group of 5 quarterback. He's a group of 5 quarterback. He's not a power 4 quarterback. Listen, and here's a couple things here. We want to say, and there's some people in the comments like it wasn't Wink, it wasn't listen, we gave up 187 yards rushing, guys, on halfback draws. That's not good. I don't care.
Right.
We play great, guys. Like the defense is above average right now. It's not great, or and then the reality is, look, this quarterback situation, 100% on the coaches, 100% on the coaches. And then you're right. To the point, why did it take so long to identify your strengths? Like John, it's week. What is it? Week 8? We had a bye week.
Yeah.
We worked 6 games prior to this one. We had 6 games prior to this one. We had a bye week, and they come out in the start of the game with Donovan Edwards pounding the freaking rock, and then also a poor ass offensive execution. What the fuck are we doing, bro? This is such an inexperienced staff who has no idea what it's doing. I'm sorry. Listen, I know Sharon Moore works hard. I know that. But, dude, you're not ready.
The excuses are out. Okay. No. Week 1, okay. Jim Harbaugh left a little late. J.J. McCarthy, they weren't 100% sure. Okay, game 1, I'll buy it. You're now at, as you said, this is the 7th game. What's like? How is this? I don't understand. It's getting worse. It's not getting better. It's getting worse, right? Because at least in the early games, even though Davis Warren was a pick machine, at least he was moving the ball at times. I just don't understand the stubbornness and the hubris. That's what it is. It's stubbornness and hubris to continue to go away from the two players that actually know what they're doing and are effective.
But even so, John, that's we're reaching for scraps. It should be better than that. You shouldn't just have 2 players you're relying on. You should be schematically
right.
Do you think Indiana has better players than, quarterback? Yes. But do you think Indiana has better players than Michigan? That is the difference between a well-coached team and a fucking shitly poor-ass coach team, bro.
Right.
It's garbage, dude. And, and one of the commenters was talking about John Jansen was pissed on the radio. The alumni and former players, and there was another, I can't remember which player it was. There was another player venting. Bro, it's going to get ugly real quick. And you see how we are. It's going to get ugly internally real quick. Now, I guess we could vent a little bit more, but I do have some positivity I want to bring to the table.
Well, somebody was saying if you're afraid to say it, I'll say it. Sharona's ass. I'll say Sharona's ass.
Listen, I said Sharona's a $5 million buyout. If that doesn't tell you what I'm thinking, I told you I like Kurt Signetti. I can't.
Indiana just beat the crap out of a very good. Nebraska has a very good defense. They have a young freshman, very good quarterback, but he's a freshman. He makes freshman mistakes. But Nebraska's not a dumpster fire team. Indiana smoked that team. Is 56 to 7 or something like that. Like, what? You need to go and we need to go and call that guy as quickly as we're allowed to without getting another 5-year.
Call his agent right now.
You can call his agent.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Call his agent right now. Ward, unfortunately, will make that phone call. But I mean, if he were to make the phone call, it'd be Ward, right? But yeah, John. So I mean, it's really just a shit show. There's not much to even like really say about it, except we don't have a quarterback. The offense is just not. It's just not it. It doesn't matter. It really like. Here's what's frustrating. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
The season is done.
It's done.
It's done. So on that, let's bring a little positivity to the party, yes. John. What do you think about that? Can I bring some positivity to the party?
I think we I think we need it.
Dave Portnoy, ladies and gentlemen. He's working on it, and he is working on it. Okay? He is working very hard along with some other major donors right now working on this solutions, okay? And I brought that to you guys Tuesday, talked about it Thursday. This shit's more real than a lot of people want to give it credit for. And let's just say they happen to strike out on a certain recruit that we all know he's talking about. They got money. There's a lot of money right now. A lot of money. Like there's a lot of fucking money, motivated donors going to Michigan right now saying this is unacceptable in terms of the talent level on the team. They're stepping to the plate. There's a lot of people stepping to the plate. So there's a lot of I would say optimism in the collective space right now. Now, is there a lot of optimism with the current play on the field? Absolutely not. It's actually very concerning. But listen, it starts here. Now the next step is going to be listen, here's the reality. Wink's got to go, Kirk's got to go. Some of these position coaches like Brian Jean-Marie, Ron Bellamy, JB Brown got to go. Grant Newsom's probably going to stay. Tony Alford will probably stay, although this rotation is questionable. And I don't know if it's a Sharon thing or if it's an Alford thing. I don't know what it is. But, the reality is there is some optimism. It's not all bad. It's just, and I told you guys this, and this was brought up on the Thursday show. I told you guys this. This is reality. This is life. When you suck or you fail or it's not good enough, you look in the fucking mirror, you figure out what you need to do, and you make the necessary adjustments. I assure you, Michigan will not allow this to happen long term. It's just right now, we're taking a bad hit. It kind of just is what it is. We got to take our lumps right now and work to get better, because that's just where we are. And I want to say this too, John. January or whenever the hell they do their little NIL fund, we will be doing a show where 100% of the profits will go to that fund. And I may even do 2 shows. We'll see where it goes, but we will do our part on this channel to help Michigan, because that's what it's about. People always talk about the program. What are you doing to help? Well, we're going to do our part with our platform and see what we can do to help Michigan. Now, do I expect to get thousands of dollars? Absolutely not. But guess what? Every dollar helps. We'll see what we can do. And we'll probably have to get the Venmo going because YouTube takes 30% of all super chats. So we'll figure it out. But at the end of the day, I assure you, the fan base, the donors, they're not going to stand for this. The former players, the alumni, like, listen, we're all frustrated. There's a lot of alumni right now watching. We know that. John's an alumni. He's frustrated as hell. Michigan will figure it out. It's just a hard one right now.
Yeah, it's tough. That's great news about Portnoy. And we know that he's not alone.
He's public about it. He's like, right. I got it. He's like, I got it.
Yeah. We know he's not alone. We know he's one of a donor base that is trying to get the NIL really revved up here.
And let me add this too. He is not even the biggest donor right now. He's not even the biggest donor right now. There are others, plural, bigger than him right now. They're pissed. So
Exploring with Ben, who's of course the host of Oregon, he told me you need to show people's posts. I'll show this one. This is kind of funny. I heard Rich Rod is available.
That's not funny. And Ben, you owe me an email. We got to set up a meeting, bro. I'm supposed to meet with you.
Yeah, well, the other one was Connor Stallions. I don't feel like talking about Connor Stallions right now.
Bring Connor back.
Yeah. All right. Look, we got 13 super chats. Let's rip through it. We're $60 away from the second hour, thanks to you guys. Dr. Christopher Draheim Forgive me if I butchered that. I stand by my comment after the UW game that Tuttle ain't it, and Warren should start again. Not that that matters now, though. We'll be lucky to go 6-6. Yes.
I'm not arguing.
Not arguing. Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's kind of like whatever. Like Warren, okay, he threw a lot of picks. I defended Alex Orji for not turning the ball over, but he couldn't get anything going. Tried Tuttle. I mean, fuck it. At this point, why not? Might as well.
Play Davis?
Yeah, well, not Jaden Davis. No, Davis Warren, maybe. I mean, at this point, you're playing for what? You're playing for a better bowl.
I'm going to be real. I'm on some Jaden Davis shit right now, and I'm going to be real with you. It's absolutely a terrible idea. But fuck it. Like, it's not any of the other three, and the quarterback who's going to play next year isn't on the roster anyways. It's not Jaden Davis. They're not playing. I'm going to tell you guys right now, it's a portal quarterback. So it's either a portal quarterback or you know who. So, that's just what it is. There's going to be some serious money. Michigan's going to start playing with the big boys. I can tell you that. I can tell you financially is what I'm saying.
GT with the elf reference. $5 elf Will Ferrell elf reference here. Sharon Moore, we're gonna clean that up. And GT says, "You sit on a throne of lies."
Bro, real talk though, Sharon's been lying all off season. Like John, I text you from time to time about some of these press conferences. Bro, I don't trust Sharon for shit, dude. And I know that feels dark to say. I'm gonna be really like, damn. But like, man, he really bullshits. Like and I know, like, then people be like, well, there's coach speak. It's worse. It's worse than it's not. It's like a lack of reality. It's like he's not. It's like he's like he really believes Orji can throw. He really believes the offense is gonna be good. He really believes this offensive line is gonna be elite. It's not that it's coach speak. He freaking believes this shit. They don't know what they're looking at, bro. That's a problem. This is an inexperienced staff who doesn't have a clue.
I really, it's interesting because on the one hand, it feels like he has just straight up lied, but on the other hand, the alternative might be even worse. TJ, the alternative is he actually believed it.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think he does believe it.
He actually believed that they were the shit.
I think he does believe it. I think he does. That's why it's concerning, dude.
Yeah, that's a problem.
No, they thought their quarterback situation was fine. They thought they resolved the wide receiver situation with a Marion Walker who started the game, CJ Charleston. That was their solution at wide receiver. Bro, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's some group of five shit, dude.
Yeah. Elisha, who has been coming through every single episode with the two here. Makari Page, get ready to learn Chinese, my boy. Yeah. He might be playing for one of those leagues or the Japanese one or...
Do they have football in China?
Japan, they do.
Canada, my friend. He's going to Canada.
Yeah, it could be that too.
I think. All right, let's be nice. Makari was solid last year. I blame the coaches, not Makari. I don't know. Although he deserves some blame, but
absolutely.
Fuck, dude.
Scumbag Steve is back. YouTube member.
He's not a scumbag to us, bro.
Absolutely not. Not watching another game this season. The only game we might win is Northwestern. I'll settle for listening to y'all breaking it down each week. So we'll suffer through it just for you, Steve. Okay, just for you.
Yeah,
and everybody else in the community.
You and my boy Detroit Kyle, who I know is in the chat. You guys are gonna watch that shit and like it. I'm just kidding, but because he said the same thing. I'm done watching this shit, but I'm like, look, if we look at the schedule, we have 4 wins. Michigan State, Northwestern look like the only wins right now. All right, rephrase. Possible wins, and Michigan State's gonna come for blood. So, and if we lose that game, dude, Jesus.
Yeah. We're already down to just 25 to go for a second hour, by the way. So that's very exciting.
Next week at night.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious, bro.
Yeah. Rough one. Elisha, Barham final. Yes. Bright spot. Barham did actually do something today. Barham finally came to play. I agree with you.
That was in my notes. I didn't bring it up though, but it was also I posted about it. Barham, see, that's what I mean though, John. Barham should have been at this level week 1. A
Yep.
good coaching staff does that.
Yep.
Barham was an elite player at Maryland. That's what Barham brings to the table. Flying all over the field, making plays, laying dudes the fuck out. He should have been at that level week 1, dude. But it's week what, 7, 8? I don't even know. It's one of those. It's it might be 7 because week 0, but whatever. You get my point. Like it's ridiculous, dude.
Yeah. GT with the 5. This is coming off 2 weeks for our elite coaching staff to prepare. Nobody does less with more in the entire nation except maybe Florida State. GT, first you had an elf reference. Now you got this. You're firing on all cylinders tonight, unlike Michigan's coaching staff. So congratulations to GT there. And yes, I can't believe this is what it looked like coming off of a bye and multiple weeks of preparation. That blows my fucking mind, man.
That's how you know it's not it.
No.
That's exactly like because we went into this optimistic that the coaching staff they'd get it together because a coaching staff should get it together, especially with a team of this caliber. And it was worse.
Right.
Offensively.
Yeah. Rough one, for sure. Elisha with the 2. Worst offensive game since 2020 Wisconsin.
Yeah, I remember that game. I remember that game.
Oof.
Yep. JJ McCarthy had a big recruiting event that game. They were all in Ann Arbor watching the game at some bar. Yeah, that was a ugly ass game. That was an ugly ass game.
Elisha again. Makari Page got benched for Curtis, a freshman.
You know what I was thinking today, speaking of like terrible things like that? Colston Loveland's draft stock is taking a fucking hit, bro.
Yeah, that's
he won't
so
be a
sad.
first round pick. He won't be.
It's so sad because he's so good.
Yeah, well, maybe the Lions can get him.
Yeah, there you go.
Second round Lions, let's go.
Elisha, only $5 million. He is out of here. Thought it was more.
Yeah, so okay, so that's on me because I should have known, but you know, the game was pissing me off, so I decided to do a little research, and then I realized after some research, I was like, oh, it's only a $5 million buyout, and it goes down $1 million every year. $5 million is nothing.
Right.
It's nothing. You could easily do this. You could, if I was a multi-hundred millionaire, I would do this. I'd fucking be like, all right, let's just, you're ruining my day, Sharon. It's time to go. You know, you're ruining, like if I had the money like a Portnoy, fuck it. You know, I'd do it. And I'd be like, okay, Kurt, you're a Wolverine, bro. You're a Wolverine. Yeah.
I mean, he's the obvious to me.
So what that means, John, is you guys got to make me a multi-millionaire, and then I'll handle it. I got
there.
This,
it is.
Okay? This shit will not fly if I got the financial capabilities. This will not fly.
Well, hey, we'll start with a set. You know, getting very close to a second hour of the show, so
we'll
start there.
Help you guys, okay? I'm here.
Elisha, we are still force feeding Edwards till he fumbles. Yeah, this is something we pointed out every single week, that it makes absolutely no sense that Kalel is not the primary feature back taking most of the load in that position, and Edwards can be elsewhere. He's still athletic. He can still do stuff. And they did start to do that a little bit in that touchdown drive. I don't know if you noticed, but you saw both of them in the backfield, and you saw Edwards going out, and it, like all the things we've been crying for, that resulted in 7 points.
They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing, bro. You know what's funny is we are telling them what they should do, and they fucking do it weeks later.
Yeah.
I'm not a coach. I'm just a fan, dude.
It's got to watch. They just got to watch Voice of College Football, and maybe someone is. Who knows? Because we've seen some changes. You never know. But not enough. Elisha, if U of M cares about football, then $5 million is nothing.
Nothing. It's especially with the TV contracts. Nothing. Plus, to be real with you, some of these donors, it's nothing. It's like Kleenex, bro.
We might as well put Devin Swilly. This might be a first-time super chat. I don't know if I've seen Devin. So, yeah, thank you if that was your first one. Go blue. We might as well put Willy Wonka at quarterback right now. Hey, dream big. Look,
Willy
anybody.
Wonka was a hell of an athlete back in the day. Okay, so
Yeah.
put some respect on Willy Wonka's name. But yeah, I mean, look, we are out of options, guys. We don't have a quarterback. Like, I mean, Jaden Davis, I guess, but he's going to get eaten alive with this offensive line and these wide receivers.
I don't think you're going to see Jaden Davis play this year.
No, his parents don't want it. And I don't know if this is true or not, but I read he didn't even go to the game today. I don't know if that's true. But I read that. So who knows? Who knows the truth behind that?
Yeah. McKellen Morris with the 2 from national champs to unranked. Shake my head. Yeah,
Not
this is a rough one.
Not even unranked. Possibly not even bowl eligible. Yeah, that's the reality.
Good
it's not
Lord.
even just unranked.
Good Lord. Thank you for the super chat. Supreme Mans with the 5. This might also be a new one. Purdue put up 49 points against them. Man, it is heartbreaking to see this. This Michigan staff better make up for it big time or in big time recruiting.
Guys, Iowa put up 40 against Washington. And we put up 17. Like, we have the third, and it might even be worse now, the third worst offense in college football. There's 135 teams, guys. Yeah. It's just the reality of it's as much as it sucks, it's the reality of the situation. This coaching staff has totally wasted the talent on this team, wasted opportunity.
Yeah,
the
first round draft talent in the defense.
Even Colson Loveland's was projected first, and he really is though. He's extremely good. You have some offensive line talent. You have a very good running back in Khalil Mullins. You fucked up. Like, let's just keep it real here. The coaching staff fucked up, bro. So it is what it is.
Absolutely. McKellen with the 5. Donors need to be Oh, you're gonna love this one, TJ. Donors need to be looking at funding a new head coach. Uncle Urban, where are you?
I think we could get him. I really do. I think if you watch the way he answered that question, now listen, Brady Quinn was like 20 million. He would have did it for less than 20. If you watch the facial expression, you could probably get Urban Meyer for 15 million a year. Listen, Urban Meyer said, I know there's gonna be some Buckeyes who are like, this again. Urban Meyer said he would coach for 3 schools: Notre Dame, Michigan, Ohio State. Those were his 3 dream schools. I guarantee you could get Urban Meyer. He don't want to do that TV analyst shit. He wanted to coach. That's why he went to Jacksonville after doing it 1 year. But like, I'm not saying he's the answer either, because to be honest with you, I'm kind of sold on Kurt Cignetti. I think he's a leader of men. I think he's a developer. I think he's legit. If you look at his coaching record, it's stupid. He wins everywhere he goes. I'm kind of on that. And you can easily get him from Indiana. Indiana cannot match you. They don't have what it takes in terms of keeping him from Michigan. If Michigan decided to get motivated.
Folks, I have breaking news. We have the second hour unlocked, and we are now $89 from the third hour of the show, and that's because of all of your generosity. So we appreciate that. I agree. I'm on the Cignetti train. I was impressed as fuck today with how they did with coaching. Indiana. That's a 2-3 win program last year, and they're undefeated right now, already bowl eligible.
And not only that, the quarterback, he was not this good at Ohio. Like, he's developed. Like, this is what a good coach does. He did this at James Madison with McLeod. Right. Like, he does this everywhere he goes. This dude, whatever he touches turns into gold. Like, this is why James Madison was a pretty strong group of 5 team.
Elisha says Tyler Morris caught his first 15-yard pass and forgot to get out of bounds. Trash. And yes, more is buns. Another example of the coaching being piss poor. The coaching is reflected in this. It's reflected in the undisciplined penalties that happened even early in the game that changed the momentum of the game to favor Illinois. That's all coaching stuff. All of it. Fundamentals. Like, they're not tackling. Like,
what I want to ask. I'm sorry. Go on.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm done.
All right. So there were some people early in the year saying we were being negative. We were buying into Buckeye narratives. What do you think now? Were we being negative, or are we calling it like we see it?
I didn't think
Because
we were
that's what
ever
we do.
being. Yeah.
We call it like we see it. That's just what it is. Like, I am not going to lie to the community about how I feel about something. Like, if I see red flags, I'm going to say it. I'm not going to avoid saying it because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, or I'm afraid to be. I'm not afraid to be wrong, dude. Like, it's okay to be wrong. Like, I'm not like. I'd rather speak what I believe,
Yep.
and if I am wrong, then you learn and you say, hey, you know what? That's on me. But at the end of the day, there were people calling us out early in the year, and I'm just gonna. It's not really a victory lap, but it really is like I tried to caution that we were looking at some not so good coaching here. Shout out to Nick, by the way.
Yeah, Nick with the 20 burger. And by the way, Nick has been throwing some stacks in the post-game show, so we really appreciate that, Nick. Nick was doing the $1.99 sniper shots to Mark Rogers for a long time. Now Nick is coming in with the Bucks to support Michigan post-game, so we really appreciate that, and the YouTube membership. You see that he has, folks, you see that he has that badge there. Anybody who's a YouTube member has the badge. We have YouTube memberships starting at just $2.99 and starting at $4.99. I have a poll out right now, and I'm about to tabulate the results and post the when our hangout's going to be. But our hangout is coming up in the next few days. And if you're a $4.99 member and up, you get to be part of that hangout. And you get to vote on if it's Microsoft Teams or if it's YouTube. So both of those are up for grabs because we rely on your participation and your input. Nick says, program is falling off a cliff thanks to Ward Manuel not modernizing sooner. Disaster on every level. Sharon needs to admit this is a total failure and apologize to the Michigan fan base. And Manuel needs to be fired now. So he's calling basically for firing Manuel, and I wonder if he's calling for firing Sharon. But I think we're all kind of getting there if we're not already there.
Ward's contract is up in 2025. It will wait till then. They will not fire Ward until the contract is up. We have expressed this. Nick, you know this. You watch us all the time. You know why. You know why, and you know the reality of that situation. And I feel like I've given plenty of detail as to why it is the way it is. He I don't feel will be around after 2025. So we'll get a new ID at some point. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. Thank you again, Nick. That was an awesome super chat. True.
Well, by the way,
yeah.
One thing about Nick. So shout out Nick.
Yeah.
Nick was like, I don't know if we're gonna win 6 games. Remember that? And we were like, we were like, bro, I'm thinking 9. No, Nick was on it. So shout out to Nick.
Nick called his shot, and we encourage that here. Just being real talk. You know, that's what we do here. True North with the 2. Would this team even be better with a quarterback?
100% it would be better. It would be better, but but here's the truth though, right? And I think this is what you're getting at. Because this coaching staff is so poor, how much would a quarterback really impact it? Now, it would be better. I mean, we'd probably be an 8 to 9 win team with a good quarterback. But the reality is we have a coaching staff that is going to limit the ceiling of this team and program. Just is what it is. Coaching staff is not built for it, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, I do think it would be better with a quarterback. Let's say you put, I don't know, Cam Rising.
You beat Washington.
Cam Rising would have beat Washington.
Yeah, you beat Washington for sure.
GT with the 5. Are there any head coaches or ADs in the transfer portal right now? Everybody. I mean, look, almost everybody you can contact their agent. That's basically the adult transfer portal. Everybody has agents. You can contact them. Jim Harbaugh didn't have an agent for a while, but most coaches have agents.
He had one last year.
He had one last year. But most coaches have agents. And by the way, Tennessee just beat Alabama, so that just happened.
Good.
So there you go. Jackson. There you go. Double J.
That makes me happy.
Signetti. I want Signetti. TJ, it sounds like you want Signetti. That is somebody who changes a program in 1 year from a complete dumpster fire, which Michigan isn't where Indiana was. I still think it wasn't at Indiana Tom Allen 2023 level, and he was able to do that at Indiana. Not at Michigan, not at Ohio State, not at LSU, not at Alabama. He did that at Indiana. He's 7-0.
Yeah. And what is everybody saying nationally? Like right now, even our boy Joel Klatt, Indiana looks like a playoff team.
Yeah.
You know, and nationally that's being said by more than just Joel Klatt, because they really do. They look like a very well coached, fundamentally sound team, and that's what it takes. But I will say, in terms of the coaches, I need to polish my list. I need to really start looking now. To be fully transparent here, I'm not sure they buy him out after 1 year. I do think Sharon may get 2, but if it keeps trending this way and we don't win another game, he might get bought out. But Lane Kiffin interests me. Some people might not like that, but I think he's built for the modern era of college football. He just needs a defensive coordinator.
Absolutely. Yeah. So the answer is absolutely, GT, and I hope that there's going to be some discussions about that. McKellen Morris with the 5. Remember when Luke Fickell coached OSU for 1 year? I sure do remember. I remember beating him.
Right.
Michigan should follow suit. Yeah.
Look, dude, as much as it's FU to OSU, there is some respect in the sense that they are committed to winning, and they are a proactive program, not a reactive program, where Michigan's a bit reactive. I mean, I think we all agree with that. Although, again, they're doing better. So, it's not all. Michigan is definitely doing a lot more to be better. And I know it doesn't look like it on the field. I'm talking about behind the scenes is what I'm talking about. But yeah, no, I mean, OSU, as much as those dudes are scumbags, like those are the real scumbags. But listen, respect where respect's due, and they care about winning football. So I respect that.
While we still can enjoy this, go ahead and throw the Ohio State, Michigan last 3 years in the chat. Fuck those guys. You can throw the Ryan Day emoji in there. That's always fun. Detroit, Kyle with the 2. This is Michigan. We need a real fucking coach. Amen to that, Detroit, Kyle. Yeah. Amen to that.
So that's my boy, Detroit Kyle. Shout out to him. He's not wrong. I mean, it's just the reality of the situation. Sharon, I'm sorry, my friend. Like you unfortunately overestimated your situation with your certain players. You were not aggressive enough. And I'm gonna be real. I'm a bit salty. About the way he handled this quarterback situation, what he fucking sold us out of camp.
Mm-hmm.
The talk about like, how do you believe the shit you're saying, man? Like, can you not come into the year and be like, we have talent, but we have work to do. You know, the boys cannot think, they've earned anything. We got to earn it every day. You know, shit like that. He wasn't doing none of that.
Right.
You know, it was, we're going to remain elite. Orgy's doing good. Davis Warren's doing 87%. We're fucking crushing it.
I know. It's
defense is going to remain elite.
The sunshine pumping.
No, we don't. We don't play that, bro. Like, I don't respect the bullshit, dude.
Yeah. Like, if he's lying, at least, okay, that's one thing. If that's bad. But if he actually believed that shit,
I think we did.
Like, that's an indictment on him as a coach, as an evaluator, as a program runner, all of that. So, Troy with the 5. We worked on fundamentals this week. Troy said, just put the fries in the bag, bro. Yeah. What fundamentals? They were missing tackles. They were causing there were penalties going on early in the game. There were fumbles all game. There were interceptions. What fundamentals? Like, what did they focus on? I want to know. Because,
bro, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't have an answer, and it's
just put the fries in the bag. I love that. That's funny. McKellen Morris with the 2. Easier finding Waldo than a good U of M quarterback.
First of all, shout out to Waldo.
Yeah,
big fan of Waldo.
Waldo's great.
It's true though. I can't see the lie in this one. I mean, the reality is, who the hell? We're out of options, boys. I mean, the reality is we are out of options. Who? Is it time to go back around? Davis Warren. There you go. Buddy.
Yeah, are we just going musical chairs and just like fucking hot potato?
Round 2, bud. Here you go.
Yeah. Try again. Try not to get picked off so many times this time, buddy. Good Lord. B Pierce Sports with the 5, also a YouTube member. Fire this whole damn staff. I'm very close. I'm very close.
I'm there.
Yeah.
And Justin Trust can go too.
Well, I also think that like there's a difference between firing immediately and firing at the end of the season too. I think Kirk Campbell needs to go immediately. I don't even think you wait. I think you got to send a message right away that this isn't acceptable on offense.
I disagree. I wouldn't do that. I would wait till the end of the year because it doesn't help recruiting by any means.
I get it. Yes. Or how about this? Demote him to QB coach. Let him continue recruiting, or let him or do like the Josh Gaddis thing. That's it. You do the Josh Gaddis thing. He's still OC. He's still QB coach. He can still recruit, but he's not calling plays. How about that?
I thought you meant fuck Xavier Worthy's mother. I'm just kidding.
Oh well, yeah, you know.
Just kidding. Josh Gaddis. Here's what after the season. I'm not a big believer in firing during the season unless like somebody does something just egregious, you know.
Yeah.
So, like if you're caught drunk driving and passed out on the side of the road.
Right.
Shout out to Nard Robinson.
Jesus.
All
right.
Is going again. Hold
up. Okay. I'm just going to keep rolling through these super chats. We got a whole bunch. GT with the 5. Do we have any confidence that this coaching staff will have any idea what to do with 5-star recruits? Look at what they are doing with a 2/3 NFL defense. Yeah, I mean, as much as we want 5-star recruits, we want a good quarterback, and we're excited about Portnoy. This particular coaching staff hasn't demonstrated that they can manage personnel. So I'm with you, GT. Absolutely with you.
Shout out to GT, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's good dude, man. Good dude. Elisha coming through again with the 5. Can't wait till we do 3 flea flickers next week, fighting for our lives in double overtime against a terrible MSU quarterback. Yeah. I think that could be possible. Absolutely. Big Ten team rivalry.
Hold on. Yeah. You think Aiden Childs is a terrible quarterback?
I don't think he's very good.
Really?
I think he's better than anything we have.
Would you take Aiden Childs? Because I would.
I think he's better than anything we have. That's what I just said. Yeah, I think he's.
I got his numbers right here. So you're telling me you wouldn't? Shit. All right. I didn't know it was all right. Never mind. Fuck that. All right. Let's keep going. Let's look at his numbers.
We got Cliff or Mac or both throwing this out here.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, really appreciate that. There's some of our talent on Michigan football at the Voice of College Football channel as well.
Absolutely.
Do you guys think that more is? Yeah. Do you think you guys think more is really out at season's end? Is this game on the coaches, or is Michigan just short on talent? This drop off makes no sense.
This is a great question. John, do you want to go first, and I'll take it?
I think there's still. Here's what I think. I think that it's not 100% yet that he's gone. I think that if they are able to somehow cobble together a 7-win team, I still think they'll keep him. If this is a 5-7 situation, I think he's gone. I think he's definitely gone. Yeah. So it really just depends on that bubble. He's going to have to fire a bunch of people no matter what. I think that's guaranteed. But I think the result at the end of the year is determinant on that, TJ.
So where I'm at right now, I think he gets 2 years, which sucks. I'm not happy about it. I'm just stating what I believe is to be true. Is this game on the coaches, or is Michigan short on talent? I don't think this is not a talent issue. This is not a talent. Now it is a talent issue. I think I froze. Did I freeze?
Yeah, your video froze. Your audio's fine. Oh, now you're good. You're good now.
All right. The talent is lacking at quarterback, wide receiver, and right tackle. There's 3 positions where there's a serious talent gap. Okay. Outside of those 3, though, there's not a talent issue. There's a coaching issue. And it's on the coaches to fill those 3 gaps, which they knew about. We knew about this. And John, we've been doing this for a while now. We were talking spring ball. We knew there was 3 issues. We knew the quarterback, wide receiver, and tackle was an issue. We knew that. We knew corner was an issue, but they felt they got Amir Hall. He did get a penalty today, but he's solid. He's decent.
It's all right.
But like at the end of the day, the drop off makes no sense. The drop off, the reason why there's a drop off is because we do not have a coach who is prepared to handle a major program at an elite level. That's the reality of the situation. We have a coaching staff who is inexperienced from top to bottom. Top to bottom. You have a first-time offensive coordinator. You have a first-time head coach. You have a defensive coordinator who's an NFL guy, not a college guy. You have position coaches like J.B. Brown, who came from small-ass schools. You know, you have Tony Alford, who I'm not even going to put blame on him, but Grant Newsom's a first-time offensive line coach.
Right.
Louis Pizzito, I do like, but Brian Jean-Marie has a track record of garbage. He was shit here at Michigan before. Now, I'll take an L here. I liked the Brian Jean-Marie hire because at Tennessee, he was crushing it. They loved him. They even upped their offer to try and keep him. And recruiting-wise, he's an elephant hunter. He's the one who brought you Junior Colson. He almost brought us Brandon Jennings. But Brandon Jennings went to Maryland. Poor decision is what it is. But like at the end of the day, we have a coaching problem. That's why that's the drop-off. This is like, you know, people always say, how much does coaching really matter? Like people will say this in all sports, hockey, football, whatever. Okay, Tigers, look at AJ Hinch. That's coaching. They got you to the playoffs. Right now in college football, you have Sharon Moore and Kurt Signetti. You can see that. You can see the reality of coaching right there. And plus Jim Harbaugh, we all know Jim Harbaugh, that coaching staff. Look at what Jesse Minter's doing in the NFL. Look at what Mike McDonald's doing in the NFL. Look what Jim Harbaugh's doing. That's what coaching does. You win games with coaching. Players help, though.
Yeah, I mean, it all starts with coaching. It all starts also with administration that's supportive. It starts with an administration that understands NIL. It does look like with Santa that's beginning, but I think that you're still, because of how it works, how recruiting works, and the cycles and all of that, I think you're looking at 1 or 2 pretty shit years unless they raid the portal really hard and get some really good talent in there. You know, there is going to be a huge drop off next year from the first round talent that especially on defense. So they're going to need to shore that up in the portal. They have no choice. They have to do it.
I actually think next year can be better than this year if they do it right.
Okay.
Because here's why. I think we are going to be pushing. I think 6 wins. So someone asks us, I think there's a super chat coming, so maybe I should chill. But someone's asking us like what the ceiling is. I actually think the ceiling is 6 wins. And I think the floor is we don't win another game.
Yeah. I think we'll take Northwestern.
I can't tell you. Here's why it's not. Here's who's sitting out. Who is sitting out when we play Northwestern? Do you think Nathan Graham's playing or Will Johnson? I'm not. Like, I'm going to be very honest. And there's going to be people who be like, oh, they're not culture fits. They're me guys. I'm going to be very honest here, guys. If I was Will Johnson or I was Mason Graham or I was Kenneth Grant or I was Colson Loveland, I'd sit out too. Because I'm going to the NFL and I'm not tearing my damn ACL, my MCL, my Achilles for none of this. I'm not. Now, here's the thing, though. Time out. Let me qualify. Unless they have a contract, which some of these guys do have, and I don't know who does, by the way. I don't know any of this, but there are collectives doing deals with players where they cannot miss games. But how do you know if a kid's like, oh, my hamstring? Like, how do you know? You know, I don't know. Like, it's gonna get weird. It's gonna.
I think you're gonna see a lot of JSN-esque. Oh no, I've got a pain in my somewhere, and I'm going to sit out the season.
Right.
Anyway. All right, let's keep rolling on the super chats. We've got a bunch. Thank you, everybody, and go blue, everybody. McKellen Morris with the 5. This team keeps losing. You guys will make enough to become a nationally syndicated show. McKellen, everybody needs a therapy session after something like this. I will tell you what.
Nationally syndicated, then maybe I can do a little more with that NIL. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but, listen, I am here to help. I am trying to. I do have a goal one day to be financially capable to help this damn program, but we'll just keep working and figure out if we can get there. But hopefully they don't lose, because I'm gonna be real with you. If they keep losing, people are gonna check out at some point. Hopefully though, you guys stick with us. We're with you for the journey. We'll go through it together. We'll figure it out.
Absolutely. Yep. Well, we're here no matter what. We were here during Texas. We were here throughout this process, win or lose, and we will continue to be.
Yeah,
that's our
here's some also reality too, guys. As much as this sucks, we're not staying at the bottom, guys. Like Michigan will not. I promise they are already aware that things are not good. They are. I know this. I've had that so confirmed to me. And they know. They're not happy. People are not happy. Okay, people are not happy.
Yep. Yeah. So we tackled this one, but just to acknowledge $5 here, John and TJ. What is your opinion on floor and ceiling for the season after this kind of performance coming off the bye? And yeah, we were already starting to touch on that.
So here's my ceiling to touch on again: 6 and 6, 4 and what is that? 8, 4 and 8. So 6 and 6 is our ceiling. We'll get a bowl. And then 4 and 8, but a bunch of players will not play in that bowl. They will not play in that bowl. They will sit out. They will not play in that bowl. Is what it is.
Yep. So I will tackle that. I will be very slightly more positive, and I'm going to say that the ceiling is 7 and 5, and the floor is no more wins.
Well, then how about this, John? Let's put it to the test.
Okay.
So right now we are 4 and 3.
Oh boy. Yep.
We got Michigan State next, win or lose.
That would have to be a dub to get the ceiling.
Okay, so you got us at 5 and 3. Oregon.
The L.
Okay, 5 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
Indiana.
Oh Jesus.
No, we don't.
L.
5 and 5. Northwestern.
That would have to be a win to get. Okay. Yeah.
6 and 5. Ohio State.
Oh God. Then that's So
fuck your 7 wins. I'm just kidding.
I mean, I think basically it would mean Michigan wins a game. Somebody sleepwalks.
Oregon.
One of them sleepwalks.
Hey, if any of our Ohio State fans are here, John's saying we're gonna beat your ass.
Oh yeah. There it is. This team is gonna beat the $20 million roster. Yes.
We got Sonny in the chat. I'm sure he's enjoying this one. Shout out to Sonny.
Oh, sick. Yeah, Sonny, we do appreciate
our friend
Sonny joining us Tuesday night. And TJ was on the Locked On Illini show afterwards. Very, very exciting there. Thank you, Sonny, for stopping by and supporting us. All right. Where are we? Oh, boy. GT.
Hey, Bucks forever. He's not serious. Relax. Bucks is like, let's put money on it. He thinks I'm fanning the flames here. He doesn't the Ohio State. Relax.
Ramez, we haven't tried Denegal yet. Yeah, good luck with that.
No, you know what though? Hey, you know what? He's not wrong.
I mean, it's true. Technically true.
He's not wrong. Give him a shot. I'm not wrong. I'm not mad at that. Because why not? Some players are gamers. Tim Tebow was a gamer. Not a good quarterback, but he was a gamer. Put Denegal in. Now, I'm not saying he's Tebow. Let's just clarify that right now. But I am saying some guys play better in game than they do play practice. Why not? Let Denegal get his opportunity. F it. What do you got to lose? I guess your job, but you know, you don't lose it anyways.
Yeah. I mean,
Nick is coming hot today, bro.
Technically true, Ramez. Nick is throwing another 20 burger. I have a better chance of convincing a lifelong stripper to date and be faithful than Sharon Moore does in turning around the program. Time to make it rain at the club hard, which is money better spent than on this damn team. Nick coming with the fire. I love it. Nick, man.
Hey, you know what, Nick? I believe you can fix her, bro. I think you can do it, bro. Believe in her, man.
Oh man,
show her that she can be wifey, dude. You can do it, man.
If anybody can do it, Nick can.
Yeah, I believe in you.